Alright, fellas, it's been a minute. It's your boy, Hoi. I just realized that rhymes, so I'm just gonna keep doing this. That's my intro now. It's your boy, Hoi. Back again with another video. I've been promising you guys to do daily vlogs, so here I am. I'm back again, bitches. And I'm not at work today, so I'm just gonna do a few chores. You know, people are so socially conditioned that when they aren't working full time, they don't know what the fuck they want to do. I watched a video yesterday about how prisoners, after 20, 30 years of being in prison, and when they get released back into society, even though they have all of this security and freedom, they chose crime and they returned to prison after like a few months. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy, guys? I guess when you give people too much freedom, they don't know what the fuck they want to do with their life. Whereas in prison, they have a system. You spend the majority of your waking hours in prison working on some shit that the prison manager tells you to do. And then you get a few hours of sleep. You do that over 20 years. Wake up, shower. No, I don't know how prison works. Wake up, eat, shit, shower, whatever. Then back to work with a bunch of other men. And then when your working hours finish, gym, go back to your cell. Maybe you get to talk to your family once a month, whatever. And now, after 20 years of that, you take that away. What the fuck are these men gonna do, huh? Just go back to study, get a job. If you're single, or if you have a girlfriend, will she be there for you? I don't know. Too much freedom. No system whatsoever. We live in a society. You've been conditioned to live in a society, and now you take away that system. What the fuck are you gonna do, huh? We're not living in the Amazon jungle anymore. Forest, whatever. We don't live in a forest anymore. We live in a society, bitches. Take away your cell phone, take away your internet, take away your Costco, take away your Kmart. What are you gonna do, huh? How many of you who are watching this on YouTube are just gonna go out into the bush and start living off of the earth? Grow your own vegetable, hunt animals. How many of you are gonna do that? I know I ain't fucking do it. I'm not gonna do it. I live in a society. I've been conditioned to work 5 days a week, have 2 weeks of holiday in a year. I've been socially conditioned to work and live in a society. I can't survive without internet. Where am I going with all of this? I'm not saying to abandon society. I'm not saying to just blow up all the establishments, all the major establishments. Overturn the system. No, I'm not saying that. Even though I might look like it. You see a lot of these young men videos out there on the internet, and they're not very popular, but if you look hard enough for them, you will find we have a common perspective on this. Lonely young man without any purposes. Why? Because we've been given too much freedom. And we don't know what to do with it. Stability and security is very important for a society. We actually need that. We're not in the hunter-gatherer era anymore. We need a society. We need to live in a society. Let's put it that way. But the issue is that groupthink is something that you need to be aware of. 2 years ago, I wouldn't care less if I don't have money. And if I don't have a car. 2 years ago, I didn't give a shit. And now that I do give a shit, it's a good thing, don't get me wrong. But I've also wanted more and more and more. Wealth is not how much you have, but how little you can survive without. And if you're someone like me, an average guy, you're probably on YouTube, you're probably looking up mentors to help form your opinions, your thoughts, because you're at that stage of your life where your views aren't being properly formed yet. You're always changing ideas. You're always looking up all these gurus, all these mentors. Your father, if you don't have a dad, then you look up fictional characters. You find them in books. You find leaders everywhere, as I've said in my previous videos. People in your community. And for us men, it's YouTube. It's the red pill people. It's the incels. It's the whatever the fuck that is popular on YouTube. Whatever that is that YouTube allows to become popular at the moment. Yeah, so you start to consume all these videos, and suddenly your viewpoints start to become like that of these influencers. They influence people. You notice how a very minority group of people in society have such a huge impact on the majority. The minority has the biggest voice, the loudest voice in society. Isn't that funny? I'm not saying names. I can't. I have to deliver this message. YouTube better not take this down. If they do, I don't know. I don't know what am I gonna do. I might go to a different platform. I don't care. You notice how the minority in society, they want change. They have the biggest voices. Yeah. And 2 years ago, I didn't give a shit about driving a fancy car. I didn't give a shit about having a house. Well, a mansion, that is. I just want a house. I just want a wife. I just want kids. I want children. I want my children to grow up not being exposed to all this bullshit that is on social media. We post ourselves on social media. We put the best angle, the best video where we actually don't stutter. We know what we're gonna say. Our thoughts are seemingly already formed. We don't sit around like this. We don't think. And you know how these videos got so popular? That's what the Matrix wants us to do, to not think. I am sitting here, I'm telling you guys, I am sitting here. I don't know what to say 10 minutes ago. I'm just sitting here, I'm thinking out loud. That's what you should be doing. You sit there and you think, you form your own opinions. You don't watch these videos, these red pill, black pill, blue pill, how to pick up chicks, how to make money videos. You go live your fucking life, man. And it's an irony. I'm videoing myself talking, and I'm telling you guys to do this, but this is inspiration, hopefully. This is an example that you can watch. I'm not totally useless. I can be used as a bad example. You watch my video and you go out there and you think with your own little head. Don't let these influencers tell you you need to drive a Bugatti. You need to be the top 1% of men to get all these ladies. What do you want? Do you want to do that? If so, then go do it. I certainly do not want to drive a Bugatti. I don't want to be famous, having all these people robbing me of my privacy, my own me time. I value my time. I value my own time for my own selfish good. I don't give a fuck about owning a mansion, living in a good suburb. I don't care about having to work 20 plus years to pay off the mortgage, of borrowing a shit ton of money, working full time to buy a mansion. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if my neighbor's a crackhead. I don't care. All I care about is that I set a good example for my children, and my children can think with their own little heads. They can be surrounded by all these crack whores and... Sorry, I'm realizing I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm not talking down to these people. I'm just saying I want my children and the future generation, the inhabitants of this earth, to think with their own little head, have their own opinions. And why do I care so much about this? I've lived my 20 plus years thinking about what others think of me. I've lost a few years of my life being in despair, waiting for the approval of others and not living my life. That's why I care so much about this. I almost took my life. Life is sacred. I don't want another young man to have to go through this. I'm not saying to stay away from struggles. I'm just saying life is sacred. Life is something another human being cannot take away from another human being. You don't have to kill somebody. You don't have to physically hurt somebody to take their life. All these propaganda bullshit, all these social media influences, all these hookup culture bullshit on social media, they're killing young men slowly. That's why I care so much. Anyways, I'm rambling on. It's 15 minutes. Oh my god, I'm talking for way too long. I need to be more concise, but whatever, I need to get it out. And if you're watching this, know that you're not alone. Stay strong, and God bless. And go out there today and live your fucking life. Don't even listen to me. As I said before, I can be used as an example of what not to follow. So I'm not entirely useless. Alright, love you.